Kind of stankin' hot in here.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, that I'm literally about to die, so the tale I'm about to tell is probably gonna be horrid, worse than usual, and that's really already really bad. This little tale has to do with insanity, video games, and fat people, and
All things that check off on your checklist.
literally I'm all three. But before we get into it, I do want to just do a little bit of a disclaimer. This person clearly had some actual mental issues, and so I have a little bit of sympathy for him. But I will play up the insanity angle for views. So, there you go. So we're gonna get into it. I used to be pretty active in the Xbox forums back when they existed. They don't anymore, but they did for a while, and I used to post a lot. We got into many adventures, me and the Guardian, of trying to own people and failing miserably. But I was actually looking for some people to talk to and shit. And there was this little guy sent me a little friend request. And I accepted it because, he was like, all right. That was why I was there for, right? So I accepted it, playing a little game and shit, and he sends me a little message like, hey, what up? And I'm like, I'm good, dude. How about you? And that's fine, right? Like, you introduce each other, that's cool. But this dude was instantly aggressive about getting into parties. Which, if you know what a party is, it's just like a party chat. It's like a group chat. And I was like, dude, I don't even know who the hell you is. Chill out, right? Let's play a game first. I don't want to just talk to your ass. It's kind of weird. Eventually I did. And it was pretty weird. He was like instantly really possessive of me. And I was like, dude, what the flip? And he's like, oh, you gotta... He was telling me not to accept friend requests and party invites from women. And I was like...
Gay.
I was like, all right. And at the time, I used to talk to a chick a lot. And so most of the time, it was literally me in a party with her. And I would join his party and then report back because it was bizarre, right? And I was like, oh, no, I'm not. And one time he saw that, I guess, because it shows you, like, or it used to show you if you're in multiple parties. I guess he saw that little thing and was like, why are you in a party with this woman? And I'm like, woo, dude. Chill out, dude. This is weird. Anyway, that's not the main tale, but it was bizarre. I just want to establish the fact that this is weird. He also posted a bunch of posts on the forums, and apparently he was kind of like a thing. Like, people knew this guy was trouble, and there was like warnings to stay away from him. But I'm like, he can't be that bad. People are just overdoing it, right? It's the internet after all. Now, they were right. After a while, he disappeared, and I got another friend request from another profile. It was him, and I was like, woo. Happened again like 3 times. I would get new friend requests, and it was him. I'm like, what is this? Apparently, what would happen is he created so many profiles that he would get banned because you're just spamming shit, right? He would get banned, and he would just buy a new Xbox or get his brother to buy a new Xbox. What the flip is this, dude? Anyway, he was creating insane amounts of profiles, being super weird, and he was obsessed with Uno. So we played a lot of Uno, which is how I came to find out that Uno on Xbox Lives means seeing a lot of penises.
Oh.
A lot of penises. I actually kind of wanted to revisit this game just
for
to
the
see,
penises?
just to see if it's still around, just so you could experience it. But it was a lot of dicks.
I don't want to experience dicks.
It was funny, dude.
Just go ahead and bury that desire.
It's gonna happen. Anyway, I don't think it's still around. But anyway, yeah, it was weird. It was really weird. The weirdest part was yet to come, though. One day I got a party request, and at this point it was kind of like a curiosity thing. Like, I'm gonna join his parties every once in a while and just kind of be like, what is this, dude? Right? Again, not trying to be mean, but it was amusing. Kind of went against me saying not trying to be mean, but it was kind of amusing. Anyway, I joined his party one day, and I was not greeted by the old John, which is just what I'm going to call him, because I don't know his last name. Otherwise, blasted fully. No, just kidding. I was greeted by John. I wasn't greeted by John. Instead, I was greeted by Scarlet, which apparently was his guardian angel. And it was just him. It was just him in a robe, in a veil, like a silk robe, with a little fleece over his head as to be hair, and he's talking in a woman's voice, and he's telling me that I should take care of John because she's his guardian angel, and she's here to evaluate me, see if I'm friend material, and I'm like, woo, woo, and I'm in a party with this other person, and I'm like, oh yeah, it's cool, dude. Swap over to the other. I'm like, dude, what the flip is going on? This shit's terrifying. It was like, I'm not even kidding. It was legitimately scary because I was like, what is this? Because I didn't expect it. It became kind of amusing after a while, but at that time it was kind of spooky. Anyway, he. One time we play. After that, I kind of was like, okay, this guy clearly has some issues, right? But I didn't want to be an asshole, so I'm like, I'm gonna keep talking to him. It was an actual attempt to be like a friend after that, because I was like, okay, I kind of understand what's going on. Because before that, it was just like, this guy's weird. What is this? After that, I was like, okay, he's got some problems. I'll hit him up. I'll be his friend and shit. And so I was like, all right. The first major attempt at that, other than penis Uno, was we try to play God of War or Gears of War. And if you know anything about Gears of War co-op, is you kind of need cooperation. That's the whole point, right? And we were specifically, if you know what I'm talking about, you know how frustrating it can be. We were specifically in the freaking Berserker level, the first one, which the Berserker is a freaking, if I remember that's what it's called at least, is a enemy who's blind but can hear you. So you have to walk. You have to be very silent in the level. Otherwise it kills you with one hit. And this freaking dude was like sprinting and like hitting the walls and shooting. I'm like, dude, slow down. But I'm trying to be nice. I'm like, oh, you gotta be slower. I'm trying to tell him what to do. And nope, this dude's like shooting it with his shotgun and shit. This thing is unkillable. You just have to get through the level. And I'm getting frustrated. I'm like, dude, just walk. That's literally all you have to do is just walk. Nope, kept doing it. Kept freaking shooting. And it got to the point where he was blaming me for this shit. And I'm like, you're the one that's freaking running around shooting shotguns into his little face, you fool. Freaking legs. Dinglings. Thankfully, at that time, Squid Mom walks in and I have to leave. I'm like, yo, I'm out because you suck. And I leave. Little did I know that when I would come back, Scarlet would greet me again. I had multiple meetings with Scarlet, each progressively more disturbing. It came to the point where I was expecting freaking him to be murdering someone at one point. I got to know that his brother, I guess, was taking care of him. And I don't know, dude. It was bizarre. He had a thing for Meg Ryan, like a disturbing thing for Meg Ryan. And this dude was like still in the 80s, dude. He was talking about like G.I. Joe and shit. And I'm like, I mean, it's not around anymore. He was playing like Pac-Man and shit. I'm like, woo. It was weird. Like, I actually did feel bad for him. And I did attempt to be his friend. But he made it really hard. Like, he would just delete you and then add you again. And, like, blame you. You'd be like, why'd you leave? And I'm like, you're the one freaking deleting your shit and bringing back Captain Sparkles. That was one of his profiles, in case you're wondering. And it became a thing. Like, so I started digging into this character, this Scarlet character, in the forums. And it was a thing. Like, he had been doing it to multiple people. And people were like, it became clear that they were being assholes because they had gone through the same shit and were just tired of it. So it was kind of like, yeah, don't even pay attention to him because he's just going to freaking do this shit. And I'm like, oh, I get it now. Woo! Anyway, he disappeared. Several years later, I got a parcel in the mail.
What the fuck? And
it was a severed head. No, I'm just kidding. I made that part. But I did expect it to happen at one point. Yeah, it was weird. It was definitely one of the weirdest encounters I've had of all time on the Xbox Live. I did get to see a lot of penises, so that was cool. One time I got
They were all bigger than Terrence Howard's.
Yeah, one time I got a penis message. Unrelated, but it would have made a lot of sense if it was related to John. Dude, I expected him to send me his penis at one point. Because when he was in that Scarlet mode, whoo.
I wonder if Scarlet was supposed to evoke Meg Ryan.
Maybe, yeah, maybe.
Well, that's fucking disturbing.
It was disturbing.
I don't really know what to say to that. Other than, I'm him!
Oh shit! The ultimate twist. That explains why he disappeared.
Anyway, that's
So that's why I said that the dude clearly had some issues, and I wasn't trying to be mean. I was actually trying to be his friend.
don't worry, he's dead already.
He's definitely dead.
Committed suicide. Suicide is no joke unless your name's Scarlet.
Yeah.
Which case?
Ooh, this is our low point for the channel.
Anyway, it's been Ahab and the GoonTick chatting about dead ass Scarlet. Hit like, share, subscribe, and those notification buttons.
If we disappear, you know what happened.
We hung ourselves from our necks in our fucking closets.
Yeah, we did.
And it broke because we're too fat.
Yep.
Anyway, bye.